against what they're doing, they are very vulnerable.
And WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, what do you think that WikiLeaks has done to support your campaign, releasing all this information about the Iraq and Afghan wars?
Well, my opinion is information is itself a very, very powerful weapon. In general, governments want to know everything they can about us. They want to tap our telephone, open our letters to find out what we're doing, and don't want us to know anything about them. And so when all this information is circulating between ambassadors and diplomats without our knowing about it, we are weakened by it. When we know, we're able to put questions and so on. And I think the WikiLeaks is a very, very important event and a very profound one and very relevant to democracy.
And obviously the opposition to WikiLeaks is saying that it puts the soldiers and those who are collaborating with the US and British armies in Afghanistan in danger. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the question is, why should we be in Afghanistan or in Iraq? And that's the question everybody has to answer. Somebody with a story about a young person, and an old man said to him, "Are you interested in politics?" And the boy said no, and so the old man said, "Well, take an interest in politics before politics takes an interest in you, puts you in the army, sends you to Afghanistan." So I think debates about policy are absolutely right.
And let's separate out, if we can, for a moment, the information about the Iraq and Afghan wars that we got from WikiLeaks and then this latest US diplomatic cables that have been released. I would have thought that as an anti-war campaigner, you would support diplomacy by any means as a first and last resort. Doesn't this weaken diplomacy in the world?
No, I think all it does is to reveal the way diplomacy is conducted. But you're quite right, diplomacy is the alternative to war, and therefore if you can get diplomatic contacts going, so much the better. But people are entitled to know what is being done in their name.
But does it really matter what insiders in the diplomatic corps think about presidents' wives and other sort of tittle-tattle?
Well, that's gossip, and gossip you have to disregard, because the politics of gossip makes people cynical. But still, since that happens, you must know it happens, because it helps you to understand better what is really going on among powerful people.
Tony Benn, thank you very much.